Hello, this is Ray Kruna, and today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to use multiple buttons for a button overlay group. Now the main reason why you would have multiple buttons in one button overlay is for things such as toggle buttons and things like that. So I'm going to show you how that works. So the first thing I want to show is my PSD file. Now one trick I've been doing a lot lately is if you click this button here, it says Layer Comps. You can also get to it up here in Window. Go to layer comps here. You can create new layer comps that save all of your effects and visibility for all different layers. So you can see here I have many different options and it automatically hides and shows my layers. So this is nice for these BluRay menus so you don't go crazy trying to remember what states you turn on to save all your compositions and everything. So what I did is I have a on and off button, and I have a normal selection and activation state for each one. Now this is just going to be one button here, but then what's going to happen is when you're on selected, when you choose this, it'll actually switch the X over here, and then it'll go to off selected. And so it's kind of like a toggle button, if that makes sense. So what I did was I saved these all as PNGs like normal, and if you need a refresher on that, there's my other tutorial show how to do that. And I created a background PNG and then my 6 other files, off and on, active, normal, and selected states. Now when you run the script that's in here that we normally do, the slices to designer to Scenarist designer, it's actually smart enough to know that those buttons overlap, and it will actually do this all for you. It'll put your on button and the off button in one button overlay group. So you can see here I have all my layers all set up for me. Now I already went ahead and exported this with the Scenarist designer, and this you get your normal HDMV folder with all your different setups. So now what you're going to do is you import that into Scenarist, and this should all look similar from our other tutorials. But here, under the subtitles button, after you import your menu, you have 2 buttons here. I believe that whichever one's on top is going to be the default one that's on. So what we're going to do is when you choose on, what we're going to actually do is swap this one with the other button. So how you do that is if you select the on button and go to the navigation command editor, here where it says command edit, we're going to choose set system, and then here where it says subcommand, there's a few things you can do here. We're actually going to disable button, and we're going to disable the on button. That's the one we're on right now. Click add. Then we're going to go to enable button, and we're going to enable the off button and click add. So what all that's doing is just switching the 2 buttons. Now for the off button, we're going to do the same thing but backwards. So we'll disable the off button, and enable the on button. So now it'll look like there's actually just one button there, but when you hit the enter button, it will switch the X between the on and the off back and forth. So that's pretty much it. Pretty quick tutorial there on how to use multiple buttons per button overlay group, and also how to use the enable and disable button command.